you and some of your colleagues co-bylined a piece saying that if it's a done deal if he's offered an NFL job.
Yeah.
So before we get to that, did you sense a coach after that game as one who was tapped out, leaving?
I don't know on the answer to that. I mean,
what sense you get?
The sense I get, and this is from people who know him much better than me, is that if he's offered, he will leave.
Doesn't matter the job? Really? Doesn't matter the job? Like if he doesn't have full control of the roster, or he doesn't, like if it, the owner relationship, the quarterback's there or not there, the picks are not there, maybe, like it doesn't matter. Somebody offers him a job, he's gone.
I think if the dynamic were different, with the Broncos from way before, whereas like, could he and John Elway, if they were like, how well would they coexist in that dynamic? Mm-hmm. But I think some of these situations, the Panthers, people can go, well, David Tepper just hired a college guy. Well, Jim Harbaugh's really not a college guy.
Correct.
Because that was a first-time head coach. Jim Harbaugh was a wildly successful NFL head coach.
And quarterback.
Yeah, and quarterback. But let's put that aside for a second. Jim Harbaugh, people may forget this, that the 49ers before he got there hadn't had a winning season in 8 years. In year one, they went to the NFC title game. In year two, they went to the Super Bowl. In year three, they went back. He was 44-19 as an NFL head coach. And that isn't in like the Sun Belt. That isn't in the Big Ten West.
Sun Belt.
Right? I mean,
Silicon Valley. That's where it was.
Yeah, we've seen coaches bomb going to the NFL. That isn't like, I'm surprised nobody offered him last year, right? Like for people, and I get why Michigan fans like, oh, here we go again. They roll their eyes and they think it's clickbait. Last year, I remember having, reporting this. Jim went on signing day, no less. Nobody leaves. Didn't get offered the job. They hired Kevin O'Connell. That has worked out great for the Vikings. It worked out great for Michigan, right?
Because of course. And he also said, Bruce, that the door was closed for the NFL. And I understand when a coach says that and a, to use an old phrase that I had growing up, that and a token will get you on the subway. You know what I mean? But I just find it difficult to believe that it doesn't matter where or who or the front office setup or the amount of talent that's already in the locker room or what quarterback is there, what quarterback could be going there.
But I don't think
it doesn't matter, that if he's just offered a job, whatever's going on at Michigan is so either, mission accomplished in his mind, or whatever wasn't mission accomplished in the NFL is calling him so much that it doesn't matter.
I think it's the latter. It is that I have not won a Super Bowl. I mean, the fact that he lost the Super Bowl to his brother, I don't know how much that sits with him, but the fact that he was so close and didn't win it. I mean, if you're now, they did not win a national title since he's been at Michigan. I get that. But if he's leaving now, there was nothing fluky about it. I mean, they kicked the heck out of their arch rival in Columbus. Nobody thought it was going to happen other than the Michigan people. They dominated the Big Ten. I mean, I think that's about as close to a mission accomplished as you probably can hope to get. Now, I'm not saying if he does come back, he has no chance to win a national title, but I think they are the bully of the Big Ten right now. I mean, this would, if he's looking at which is the most important thing to me,
yes,
winning a national title or winning a Super Bowl, you're not going to win a Super Bowl at Michigan.
So if the answer, if that is truly the question for Jim Harbaugh, what's more, what would I rather have? Which is kind of ridiculous, like asking a parent, like which child would you want to be more successful? Truly is an unfair question to ask. But this is Sports Talk Radio. What the hell? Would you rather have a national championship or a Super Bowl? You believe, based on your reporting and being around, you'd say Super Bowl. And if that's the case, then he should go. He should go.
I also think, Rich, and I would ask you this.
Yes.
I think for a lot of people at Michigan, maybe this is going to sound crazy, but like I think beating Ohio State the way they did carries so much weight compared to like, I think people wanted to vomit every time they heard Urban Meyer talk about 7-0 in that. Oh,
I want to vomit every time I see Urban Meyer on I don't want to get you in trouble with your bosses.
We're good.
Sitting there on at any rate. But no, that's the point, though, is that, yes, the last 2 years have been great. I want to build off it. And I want to build off it with him, and I want him to be the guy to lift the trophy. But then again, he was my first quarterback when I first arrived at Michigan, so I have more of an emotional, tie to that. He was the quarterback in my first year at Michigan and watched him through. And Chris and I we were just having fun here at the top of our show, talking about this in advance of you arriving. One of the first things I did on this show from this chair into this microphone when we came on the air in 2014 was for me to pound a table for him to join Michigan.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone was saying, forget it. He's not going to do it. And then he did. So I clearly have that sort of biases here. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.